Guys, the second legs of the Champions League quarterfinals start tomorrow. So we are going to predict each tie and how it is going to go. So we start with tomorrow's game, Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona. Now, this one has the potential to be a crazy, crazy game. We know Barca love to attack anyways, but they have to attack from the start in this game. They're 2-0 down against Atleti, and they need to score minimum 2 goals to stay in the Champions League. And you just know Atletico Madrid, in true Simeone fashion, will try and grind out this result to get them to another Champions League semi-final and try and win it for the first time in their history. Expect Simeone dark arts. Expect the Metropolitano to be a horrible, horrible whistling noise. The fans up. Simeone out of his seat. The players rough with Barca players. They're going to be rough with Yamal, trying to stop him. This has the potential to be the best tie of the quarterfinals, I believe. Barca, they need their main man, Lamine Yamal, to step up in a big, big game like he loves to do and win them this tie. They have goals all over the pitch. I'm not sure if they have Rafinha back for this, so it will probably be Rashford on the left-hand side. But Yamal is going to have to lead the attack and produce one of those all-time performances like he did against Inter Milan last year. But his form has been unbelievable, picking up a goal and 2 assists at the weekend. And every time I watch Yamal, he is just by far the best player on the pitch. His IQ and dribbling is just off the scale. My prediction for this game is a Lamine Yamal masterclass and a 3-0 Barcelona win. On to the next one. Liverpool PSG also tomorrow. I think this is going to be one of the least eventful ties of the whole thing, to be honest. I think PSG are just far, far too good for Liverpool. I mean, PSG could have won that game 5-0 last week, but they won 2-0 and they're taking a 2-0 advantage to Anfield, which hasn't been the fortress of old whatsoever, especially under this manager, Arne Slot. PSG have had the weekend off as well, as their game was postponed in Ligue 1. And Liverpool are just terrible, aren't they? I mean, they beat Fulham at the weekend, but watching them this season has been a fall from grace. And I think it's down to the manager, Arne Slot. And my prediction for this game is a 2-0 PSG win. I think PSG will get a couple goals ahead nice and early and just coast along to the final whistle. I also think Arne Slot is going to be sacked after this game. They're going to have nothing else to play for other than Champions League, and I think they sack him, as they rightly should. Moving on to Wednesday's games. Now, the first one we are going to talk about is Arsenal versus Sporting. A big topic of conversation at the moment is Arsenal's recent form and recent bottling of every competition they're in at the minute. They were on for the quad. They lost the League Cup. They were on for the treble. They lost in the FA Cup. They're on for the Premier League, still hanging by a thread, but they lost to Bournemouth. And now it's Sporting. Now, what I would say from an Arsenal perspective is if you're an Arsenal fan, this is a huge, huge chance to show everyone, to show the fans, to show yourselves that you can have a big, big performance. You want to see Arsenal at home smashing Sporting 3-4, 5-0. Sporting are no joke, by the way. But if Arsenal are the team they think they are, they should want to go on and absolutely smash Sporting. But, surprise, surprise, I do not think they will do that. I think Sporting are going to smell blood. I think they will know. They'll have done their research on Arsenal's recent form. And Arsenal are struggling to score goals. That is their issue. They can't really create anything if it's not from a set piece. And You can look at the stats if you want to. The stats prove it as well. But just from watching, there's never a point where you think Arsenal, oh yeah, they're going to go and pass. Beautiful team goal. No, it's all just set pieces and just scrappy rubbish. And I think that's going to hurt them as it has done. I think it's going to hurt them again. I think Sporting, like I said, they're going to smell blood and they'll have a game plan. And I think they're going to execute it. Because the question is how do Arsenal score a goal? If it's not from a set piece, how do they score a goal? You can't tell me where these goals are coming from. You can't tell me Gyökeres is going to bag you a goal out of nowhere, or Martinelli, for goodness sake. Who is going to step up in a big moment for Arsenal? I couldn't tell you. But my prediction is going to be 1-0 to Sporting, and then Sporting to win on penalties after extra time. Arsenal going to bottle it again. Let's be honest. Now, the final game we have to talk about is Bayern Munich hosting Real Madrid at the Allianz. Now, Real Madrid, Bayern last week should have probably been 5-1, 5-2 to Bayern. They just couldn't finish their chances at all. They're so open at the back and are in terrible, terrible form right now. Bayern, however, scoring for fun, and they really should have battered them. Bayern are obviously clear favourites, but Real do have the likes of Vinicius and Mbappe who can get goals out of nothing, like we saw them threaten to do last week. But I think Real Madrid are going to be hearing that Bayern Munich goal song a lot of times. I think they're going to batter them. But my prediction for that is 4-2 Bayern Munich. So, if my predictions come true, we're going to be looking at a Bayern Munich PSG semi-final on one side, and then a Barcelona Sporting semi-final on the other side. That's been it for this video. Make sure to like the video and subscribe for more. Peace.